I now request Mr. Sachin Mishra, the founder and CEO of Focus Project, to come on stage, please. Mr. Sachin Mishra, an MBA from SDA Buckney School of Management, Milan, was associated with the technology industry for 10 years. While working with a technology giant, Mr. Sachin was instrumental in introducing a product to measure and benchmark performance of the world's largest pension fund against global indices. Hailing from a family of academicians, he understood early on the long-lasting impact of education in an individual's life. His expertise in technology, combined with pain points in our current education system, led to the birth of Focus Project, an artificial intelligence and analytics-based platform that acts as a guide for students, an assistant for teachers, an advisor for parents, and an aide for schools. Can we have a round of applause, please?
Yeah, thank you. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Sachin, founder of Focus Project. And it's a pleasure to present our company and product in front of you. Before we start the presentation, we would like to run a small video that explains our concept, demonstrating how Focus Project works with students and how it impacts them at every stage of life. Mr. Pawan, can we play the video?
Meet Eva, a school student who, like so many other school students, is walking on a path of her own making. As she walks, she leaves behind a trail of footprints. At school, her teacher can find in these footprints a goldmine of insightful information. In tracing Eva's footprints, everyone at her school associated with her will learn something. Eva herself learns more about who she is. Her parents gain an insight into Eva's academic and creative inclinations. Her teachers learn more about how to draw out her potential. Using a program called Focus Project, Eva begins with a diagnosis to understand where she is as a student. With this, Focus Project draws out an analysis and defines the right path for Eva to walk upon. With these crucial 2 steps behind her, Eva can now practice walking on a path meant only for her. In doing so, she creates a learner footprint, and every time she encounters an obstacle, Focus Project goes back a few steps to understand the best way to help her move forward to reach a high level of proficiency. By the end of her journey, the AI technology of the program makes use of Eva's rich trail of footprints to generate career recommendations, either based on her natural talents or by setting her aspiration first and then identifying the required skills to reach her goal. A program that started with small and simple steps transcends from a tool for school into a tool for life, guiding Eva onto the path to make her dreams come true. Meet Eva.
Thanks, Pawan. Moving on to the presentation, so we'll start with a brief about our company. The Focus Project is a European education technology company that was born with a mission to bridge learning gaps of every student using technology. Our platform, it acts as a guide for students, an assistant for teachers, an advisor for parents, and an aide for schools. Ours is a subject-agnostic learning lifecycle management system, and we are first in market globally to implement skill impact analysis between subjects and to create learning DNA using artificial intelligence and data analytics. Moving on to our product. So if we were to define our product in 3 words, we would call it intelligent, insightful, and individualized. And our product empowers the school ecosystem to define a personalized learning lifecycle for every student using a 4-step approach called Focus Loop. This Focus Loop, it starts with diagnosis. So diagnosis helps us assess the conceptual understanding of skills of a student. Just to highlight, for diagnosis, we use the data of assignments and assessments conducted by the school. The next step is analysis. Analysis helps us identify the skill gaps of a student. And via practice, which is adaptive in nature, students can achieve proficiency in skills. As I mentioned in the first slide, we are first in market globally for a couple of things. So I'll just brief you on what these are. So the very first is skill impact analysis, which is between subjects. So this is basically the analysis of impact of one skill on another in a different subject. An example of this skill impact analysis could be, say, if a student were to improve his or her performance in, say, maths. So our platform would analyze, and in a certain scenario, might suggest that, hey, your conceptual understanding of maths is good. However, when it comes to solving word problems, you're facing issues. Then, our platform will analyze students' performance in reading comprehension in English, and in a certain scenario, might suggest that if you focus on improving reading comprehension in English, your performance in maths will automatically improve. At Focus Project, we realized that root cause of performance issues and key to skill gaps lie in historically acquired skills, and hence we introduced learner footprint. This learner footprint is the complete learning DNA of a student that captures and presents skill impact and progression across grades and between subjects. This learner footprint has two major applications. The very first is, say if a student has moved from 6 to 7, 7 to 8, and say the student is in 9th grade currently. Say in 9th grade, if the student is facing some issue with certain skill set. So this learner footprint, it will go to the lowest level, and in a certain scenario might say that in 7th grade, this was the skill set you didn't understand. It will show the cumulative effect till 9th, and will give a roadmap to improve it. Secondly, and most importantly, when the time comes for career selection. So based on the acquired skills and interest of the students, the artificial intelligence engine behind the learner footprint will suggest an apt career path. So say if we have a student who is good in critical reasoning, critical thinking, and memorizing, so this learner footprint will suggest, hey, opt for law. But at the same time, it also takes care of aspirations of the student. So even if, say, learner footprint is suggesting law, but if the student wishes to become, say, an architect or designer, so in that scenario, learner footprint will identify the skill gaps, will give a roadmap to fill those gaps, and achieve the aspirations. So ours is a two-step model, wherein the very first step is to identify the root cause of performance issues, and the next step is to mitigate them. For mitigation, we have introduced personalized practice, which is adaptive in nature, and it will progressively take the student from easy to medium to difficult levels using remembering, understanding, application, and hot format of Bloom taxonomy. Holistically, ours is a complete tool that offers a wide range of features that includes assessment reports and examination engine. Our platform is meant for 4 different user groups: students, parents, teachers, and school management. And for every user group, we try to create a distinct value or benefit by generating user-specific reports. For schools, this is a very good benchmarking tool. It also helps the school management to understand which teacher needs what skill upgrade at what point of time. For teachers, this is a very good time management tool. It aids meaningful communication among teachers, between teachers and school management, and between teachers and parents. This tool helps the teachers to have a focused approach towards improving the cohort's performance. And definitely, as and when needed, teachers can give individualized or personalized attention to students. For parents, this is a very good data-based decision-making tool. This tool helps the parents to understand the skills and interests of their kids, and definitely, parents can track the skill progression of their kids. Lastly, for students, this is definitely a personalized tool. It helps in performance improvement. It keeps the students motivated and helps them in achieving their goals and aspirations. We are present at stall number 15, just outside the gate on your right, and we are waiting for you to discuss more about our product and to answer any queries that you might have. And for sure, we are looking forward to an impactful collaboration with your esteemed schools. Thank you very much. Yes.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sachin. So that was Focus Project, ladies and gentlemen. And now I would request Mr. Anil Sharma to kindly come on stage and felicitate Mr. Sachin Mishra from Focus Project. Let's have a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.